I got a naughty cat tonight. Boy, she's feeling herself. She was over here pushing buttons, changing things. Whiskey and wisdom. Well, actually, I think we're going to start with story time with Uncle Matt.
Okay. Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Pretty good
Good
yourself.
evening. I'm doing all right. I don't know. I guess stories. Sometimes I just can't think of any. I mean, if you just kind of throw a subject out there, maybe I'll come up with one. But I don't know.
No, I still like that one because you're getting all right. I look at this as mental practice for Matt to keep you sharp.
Yeah,
Being able to
this
think of
is true.
stories on the fly, things like that. It's really good mental exercise. And it's important at you and I's age to, well, one, eat plenty of our lion's mane, but two,
Oh,
stay
of
mentally
course.
nimble.
You know what? I'll tell you a story about being mentally nimble. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. Um, do you want me to go on that one, Mark?
So is this gonna be like Matt be quick, Matt be whatever, Matt be nimble, Matt be quick, Matt jump over the candlestick or something? Is
Well, no,
what
no,
was that
not at all.
story?
So it was. See, I got these neighbors down the warehouse here, and I was just out. When it starts getting nice out, I'll just go out and start taking a walk and talking on the phone. So I'm going back and forth along the strip of the warehouses. It's probably like a football field long, maybe. And so then I go by the one guy's place, and I said, "Hey, what do you guys do?" And they detail cars in their unit,
Mhm.
so it's pretty cool. And then they go, "What do you do?" I usually tell people I sell vitamins, and then they go, "What kind of vitamins?" I said, "Oh, CBD and THC vitamins," So just kind of keep it on the down low. But once they say that, and then they go, "Oh man, that's kind of funny. We got to show you the pictures of our old store before it got. It was in downtown St. Paul, and
Mhm.
and now we're over in Wisconsin here, and these guys are over in Wisconsin doing their detailing the cars. They said, "Yeah, we used to have a really, really nice smoke shop and sold everything there." And I said, "What happened?" They said, "Well, somebody went through the front of the building and just kind of wrecked the place, and with a
Like,
car, just smashed right through it. And then I go, was it a nice place? And then they were showing me the pictures before it got demolished, kind of. And it looked really nice. So these guys are probably about 30, and they had a nice store. But then they said, by the time we rebuilt, and then they raised the taxes, and we talked about taxes coming over here to Wisconsin, how much lower it is. So you just got sales tax, and over there you got sales tax, city tax, state tax. I don't know what the hell, county tax, special stadium tax. So it can go up to 25%. So then they said, "Well, do you have a store?" And I said, "Well, no, we got an office. We haven't used it as a store." And then I said, and these guys are young guys, and so now they're getting them some of the THC stuff we have, and they really like it. They said, "Yeah, this is cool stuff. And I said, "Yeah. And then we got talking about the average age customer, and they said the same thing I did. I said, "Yeah, it's over 60," and they go, "Yeah, it really is, isn't it?" And then they go, "So what do you do with that office there?" And I said, "Well, no, we just kind of have it as a mail stop. We got a desk in there and stuff. It's big enough
mhm.
where you could have a little store." So these guys, they took a can of the 55, and these guys, they can they can handle a lot. They said, "Well, we can handle a lot of THC, because some people are they get
And
used to it."
some people are hardcore. They're practiced.
Right? Yeah. So, and they're good guys, hardworking guys, and then and they're saying, they go, "How old are you?" And I said, "Well, I'm 68." And then they go, "Hey, you're pretty cool for an old guy." So we're talking about the age earlier. This is what they were saying, and I go, "Yeah, yeah, I guess I'm all right." And then
For an old
they go,
guy.
"Yeah," and then they go, "Well, no, what do you do at that store?" And I said, "No, it's not a store; it's an office. Got a couple desks in there, but we got some shelves in there. We could have a store real easy." And they said, "Is it all right if we open a store up there?" And I said, "Yeah, no problem. You can move right in there." I said we could put a big sign out by the road. And they said, "Yeah, yeah, we want to do that." And then they were showing me the pictures of their place before it got smashed in. And and so I mean, really, really, really nice place, and but then they said, yeah, it's just too much to rebuild it, and then with the state changing their laws up and down the way they were. And I said, yeah, over here it's cool. So then they looked at all our products and they said, so we can sell all these in there? I said, hell yeah. You just got to go to the city there and probably get, an okay.
A
And I'm
privilege
sure
license.
yeah, so it was cool. It was just like just going for a walk in the sun. And next thing you know, I'm talking to a couple of guys that they really run a good detail business. They probably do, I don't know, probably from talking to them, 4 or 5 cars there a day. But then they
Yeah, I
used to have
mean, I'm
this other
curious if they'll
business.
do my Wawa.
The what was the Wawa?
My Wawa.
No.
I'm sorry, that's slang for a truck in Puerto Rico. I
Oh,
can't find
okay.
anybody
Yeah, they
good to
had a
do
couple. Yeah, they had a Suburban there they were doing. They had a pickup truck today. They had a couple of sports cars. But no, it's really cool because no, I think we got something going just by taking a walk out there. You meet some other people, and yeah, they polished off one of those 55 cans. Like they split it right while they were working,
Mm-hmm.
and looked like they didn't miss a beat. And but it's cool, and it's just it's nice to have younger guys say, yeah, you're pretty old, you're all right for an old guy. So anyway, because I don't know. I think when I was 30, would I told that to a guy who was almost 70?
Yeah, I can't
He's cool.
imagine. I mean, of course, I think when I was younger, I thought 30 was old. I was like, that's when people are grown up. They're at the height of their career. Kids are
Yeah.
halfway through school. I mean, that's what I thought. Boy, times are
Well,
different.
that is true. Like I remember when I was 20, 25, you'd see guys between 65 and 70. Oh my God, they look like a wreck. They look like Lucas. No, I'm just kidding. He's only 40, but no, they just they looked a lot older, and I think people are looking younger in older age. They really are, especially staying in shape, I guess. But I'm not in that great of shape. But anyways, so it's a pretty good story.
Yeah,
So
it really is.
I
It's
love
a
it.
crazy.
It's just crazy who you meet in this world and just out of nowhere. And and then we traded off some product for to get, let's see, how many cars detailed? 3. So I don't have 3 cars. Well, I do got 3 cars, but anyways, one for Amy at the warehouse here, and then I'm going to get 2 done. So that was cool. And then that's the other thing too. They said, "How much is the rent?" And I said, "Oh, we'll just work it into the price of the product. You just get in
I
there
mean,
and sell the stuff and go for it." So
guys,
what's that?
no, noticing something.
Okay.
And no, I
So
was sitting there thinking, anybody out there with a lot of money, if you want to hire the best employee on the planet, offer Matt a lot of money to let him take Amy away from you. She is awesome.
oh yeah, no, Amy's got to stay, and yeah, she's really cool, and she works hard, but it's so funny. She told me she's going to Japan, and she's in between. She's going to go there for I don't know, almost 2 weeks, but she's going to be there by herself for 5 days, and she was telling me about it. She has friends going there, and it was supposed to be a 1 day where she's going to be on her own, but it ended up going to be 5. And we were having a good laugh about it because she doesn't know Japanese or anything. And she goes, "I think
Sorry,
it's going to be."
that when you said that, it reminded me of a story I got to tell.
What's that?
Oh no! Finish the story and then I'll tell it. When you said the whole Japan and that's
Okay, so she's never been there before, so she's going to Japan. She's going to be there 5 days on her own before her friends get there, and they were supposed to get there. She was supposed to go, and then they were supposed to get there the next day, but she'd be there a day early. But now they're going to be 4 days behind that, and so I said, "You going to be all right?" And she goes, "Yeah, I think it's going to be a good adventure." I said, "Yeah, you'll have a good time." Whatever, you just stay at the hotel or wherever you're at and just, I don't know. She doesn't know Japanese, but I don't know if you have to know it. But anyways, I thought it was kind of funny because usually go ahead.
when I was younger. I'm trying to remember exactly what age, but if I had to make my guess, I was probably 13 or 14. my dad was going to have a business trip to Japan. So, like everything at home, from the chopsticks to the whatever. I mean, we were learning Japanese culture. My mother was taking this as a teaching moment, and so all the work up, all the preparation, my dad getting ready for everything, because in his mind, Japan. If I can't learn how to use chopsticks, I'm gonna starve for a week. So he gets there.
Yeah.
And they're serving Sprite, Coca-Cola, forks, knives. Everything's American culture. Like for them, they're so excited. They got an American there. So, I mean, everything is like American. It's like barbecue and burgers and forks and knives and spoons. And he was just like, I've been starving for weeks preparing for this. And I get here and it's more American than America.
Yeah, probably. And did
almost everybody spoke English.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't have known that. I thought they all speak Japanese, but you know what? I think it's like they learn both languages, I'm guessing, for sure. Who knows? They might learn more.
Yeah, I've never really asked. My nephew is an absolute specialist on anything Japan, including having gone and visited and all that stuff and studied it, and Japanese studies and the language. And I need to just ask him.
Yeah, there you go. But I knew my buddy's dad. He was always in Japan working, and I don't know. I don't think he didn't come off to me like he knew any Japanese, But he was good, at the English language anyway. But let's see. Hey, should we say the specials, Mark? Should I tell everybody?
That's a great opportunity. Let's do that shameless plug before Mike invades us.
Yeah, Mike, the alien, Mike the alien. Here we go. Wait, hold on a second. Okay, so if you want to order, you guys, you go. This is Matt with the CBD Gurus. You go to
the CBD Gurus, THECBDGURUS.com.
Sorry about it, Mark.
No, you're good. I just told him to go to the CBD Gurus, and then you got to tell him how to find the right buttons.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. The CBDGurus.com. And then when you get there, you guys, you go to wholesale, which is on the top of the page here, and hit MarkZ wholesale. Then when you're in there, if you got to put a code word in, you might have to, because we changed the front page of the site there. So it's lowercase KRAM CBD, and then you'll be in the specials there. And then when you get in there, you guys, here's what we got this week. We got discount code MAR20 for 20% discount on all orders. Plus, we got 4 items with 20 million Boulevard below, but there's actually more than that. And but you can only get a 60 million Boulevard per order max, the max right there. So if you get 5 products with the 20 on it, you're only getting 60. Okay, so it says it right there. Just want to let you know. Okay, and then if you need a question answered, give 612-412-8343 a call. And that'll be Wendy. She probably won't be answering the phone tonight, but tomorrow she'll call you back on that in the morning.
Yeah, she might surprise you. I've been with her at 8, 9 o'clock at night, and she's still talking to people from the show.
Yeah. I just had somebody calling for the second time in the last minute and a half. Honest to God, it's kind of funny. But anyway, so okay, here's what we got, you guys. Boom, we got the our regular mushroom coffee there with 20 million Boulevard for $30. That's an add-on. And we got the new thing, the creatine gummies. And I think I'm doing pretty good on that. I'm on my
yeah, I mean, is this the one you were teasing us with and we didn't know what it was going to be?
Yeah. Well, I think so. I think that, this is the one for sure.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So we got 1,000 milligrams of creatine per gummy, and they're good. They taste good, and they got kind of a little tangy taste, strawberry-ish, but it's good, and it's really good. When we first opened them the other day, we tested it out with 4 people, and they all liked the taste, which was good because I like the taste. Okay. And then we got our super food probiotic gummy there, 60 count, 20 vitamins and minerals. Okay. And then we've got the 3,500 milligram broad spectrum natural CBD oil, 20 million Bolivar on that for 25 bucks. There you go. 3,500 that is. So each serving in there, you guys, is over 100 milligrams of CBDs. Okay. And then we got the Miracle Gold gummies, 30 count of those with the 20 million Bolivar on them. Okay. And then we got the lotion, 5 cents on that deal, 20 million Bolivar on each lotion. We don't have the Bolivar on all the stuff. This will be the last one here. And then we got the 60 count gummies, mushroom gummies with 20 million Bolivar on it. But you get the discount too, you guys. So you get both. You get the discount plus the Bolivar, but there's only a max of 60 million Bolivar per order. Okay. And then we got all the other stuff going down the line. Yeah, there's some good deals in there right now. And you can search around for them in there. Scotty hasn't updated things, so you might find them. They're a pretty damn good deal. I don't even want to say, but because I'm not looking at him right now, but I know he left something in there, and it's pretty cheap. And I'm not going to talk to him till I'm done talking here. So if you would go.
So in other words, if you guys want to take advantage of Scotty, you got to search through the specials.
Yeah, and yeah, it really is. There's some really good deals in there right now. I especially, I'm just gonna say it because he didn't put the right price in there, but with the caramel corn and the popcorn, it's the chocolate. I hope we got enough in there. Let me see. Oh, the caramel. Well, that's wrong. Okay, but we got the chocolate in there right now, and it's with 20% off. It's $12, so you really can't beat that. So if you want to take advantage of Scotty's wrong price in there, you can. It was supposed to be higher priced than that. But anyway, so you get 20% off the chocolate popcorn, which is, I don't know, I think it's a hell of a deal. $12 for that. Yeah, that's a good deal. Pretty good deal. Yeah. So go in there and get it. Go get it.
Yeah, before he goes and fixes it tomorrow.
Yeah. Or tonight, maybe. I don't know when he'll fix it. Who knows? Scotty's so damn busy lately. And plus he's got kids, so he's all busy all the time. Anyway.
Yeah, that will do it. Kids will do it for you.
Yeah. So anyways, hey, you guys, that's the specials. And so if what were you going to say, Mark?
Booger wants to get high, so they were going to have him call you.
Okay, Booger's he's going to call.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm curious to see where this movie goes.
Yeah. Oh,
Matt and Booger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Road tripping America.
Matt and Booger across the USA.
Yep.
Route 66, drinking THC all day. No, we got on the bottom there, there's 4 high dose cans, 55 milligrams of THC in each. And with 20% off, that brings it down to $24.
That's like a whole weekend of serious hardcore relaxation for $30.
And you know what was really cool with the young guys? They were drinking that. I said, you know what I like best about that? And I was explaining putting it in the ice tray. And honest to God, they thought I just invented sliced bread or something. And it was so funny. They're going, "Oh my God, are you smart?" And I go, they go, "Now let me get this straight. Then you take those cubes and you put it in anything, right?" And I go, "Well, yeah, for sure." Except for milk. And they're going, and the first thing they said is, "Oh my God, I wish we would have been doing that at our smoke store all the time. That would have been great." Throwing it in everybody's drinks there, because people who said they used to drink everything else under the sun, bring it in there, because it was like a club.
Mm-hmm.
Nice place. So it was a nice looking lounge. And they said, "Yeah, that would have been great." I said, "Yeah, it is great. I really like it that way." So you take those cans, everybody, and you just put it in a 16 cube ice tray, and which is a standard one you can get at any of those dollar stores or whatever. And then after a day, you just bust it into the Tupperware, and you always got it sitting in there, unless your wife takes it out and takes one, and then she leaves it out and it all melts, which happened the other day. So Then I just had to put it back in the fridge and then just start pouring it in drinks every night. Then it was gone. It went pretty fast then. So, but anyways, that's about it, and that's about it for the specials, Mark. Oh, you know what's a really good special? We got our 250 count stock up pack, 1 milligram gummies.
Yeah, I saw those.
Yeah, 250 of them for $100, you guys. That ain't
that's huge.
Yeah, it's a cool deal.
Yep.
I think I have mice in my warehouse here. No, I don't. I think it's the neighbor pounding on the wall. But anyway. All right, that's it, Mark. There's Mike. Mike, take over. Take over, Mike. You can take over.
All right. I'm just sitting here icing, having a good time.
I think Matt just hit the high five and tapped you in.
Yep.
It's a cage match, or wait, what was it when they called the doubles thing, or you tag somebody in?
Oh, tag team match, right?
Yeah, tag team match in wrestling. Yep. Yeah.
In this corner out of Las Vegas, Mike the Alien Barrow.
209 pounds, pure man meat. Actually, 206 last time I checked.
At 200, they would have listed your weight like 256.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah,
bigger.
no question. Yeah. They would have.
Hey, would it be all right if I peel out, you guys?
Yeah, Matt, you go ahead and peel out. If you got time, hang in chat. Let them ask you some questions. But that's if you got time. It's
I will.
No requirement. I'm gonna hang out with the fellers.
Thanks, you guys. Take care.
All right, buddy. Take care, Matt.
Bye bye.
So how did it go with your time change?
Who, me? Oh, good. I don't, I'm going to reduce my mic volume here a little bit because somebody was complaining. It went good. I mean, it's tough to overlap. You got to, we're overlapping your news show. We're overlapping a little bit of Whiskey and Wisdom, but, it's just feel like it's the right time. It's so much easier on Jen because she doesn't have readings. She has readings, so there's no time pressure, so we can get to everybody. We've been not getting to people that have been rumble ranting and super chatting, and that is
you need to.
So we wanted to make sure that we got everybody.
Hey, people's recording works for my news segment.
Yeah. Okay. So
I like that, the frozen ball alien.
The frozen balls alien, and they are not frozen quite yet, but they are doing well.
But they're on ice.
They are, yeah. I had a great weekend at the Alien event.
I saw lots of pictures. Saw you there with Jaco and Carmine. Were they there, or is that a different picture?
Was actually today. That was actually an event at the Ahern Hotel where you had your meeting. That was a different event. That was today. I may yet go back there. So, actually, it was yesterday and today, and I may yet be going back there. What has started? I got 2 words from a friend of mine. Contact. It started. That's all I got. So you figure it out. But there were
many of us expecting bonds, historical assets to real money, like real meaningful money, starting to move today. Maybe that's what they meant. I just hope and pray. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm still looking.
That's what we got. So I wanted to tell Kukla. That this weekend I was at the Alien event in Los Angeles, and Jen says I'm going to meet some girl this year that I'm going to really like, who's going to be like, I think blonde haired and I think blue eyed, and I'm like, okay, that sounds fine. And Kukla always said no, red hair and green eyes. Well, there was a girl at the event, blonde hair and blue eyes, and we've been friends for a while, and things changed a little bit. And then I thought, well, man, maybe that's her. Then I was like, nah, it's not her. And a few positive things happened, and then something happened I didn't like very much. And I'm like, no. And then I met another lady who I liked very much with red hair and green or hazel eyes, Kukla. So I just want you to know, I thought we had a really good chat, but we haven't spoken now in a couple days. So we'll see how that goes. But just wanted you to know, Kukla, I did meet a very attractive, red-headed, green-eyed lady. So we'll see what happens. But as soon as I saw that red hair, I'm like, oh, Kukla, what color eyes does she have? Hazel.
She's hiding in there somewhere.
Yeah.
So does this mean, did you even get time to go make yourself a beverage? I don't even know if Zester has a beverage.
I'm literally just drinking Pellegrino. I had sitting there. I mean, I went and I peed and I came back.
You went, you peed, and you came back?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, the question is, and Rick's asking, and I'm certain Zester's probably wondering too, is she a stripper?
No, she's not a stripper. What does she do? She does some music. She's like a DJ or something. But, I mean, it was just a friendly conversation, but it was a comfortable, friendly conversation. And she's a Libra. So she's got a lot of things in her corner. But we'll see if it goes anywhere. I don't know.
Oh, there he is, the man, the myth.
Yeah, no, I'm going to start sleeping in until at least somewhere around the 8:25 mark before we get to start actually having a conversation about anything. That's a waste of time showing up at the start.
Yeah, start joining like the 15-minute mark. Oh yeah, Jamie, I got some ideas on that one. I'm looking for some of these. So if you got any questions, Mike has been hiding intel from us. Have you seen anything interesting today, Zester?
Oh, I mean, on the crypto side, everybody's just really excited and also scared of the Clarity Act compromise. The biggest thing, though, that I've just been seeing has mainly been based around stuff going on in Iran. All the different question marks around the Strait of Hormuz, whether they're actually at. It seems like folks are suddenly having the conversation about what is the Iranian military genuinely capable of. That's what I've been seeing a lot of today.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Being targets. That's about it.
I mean, they're confusing because they'll have limited, and then they will have a successful strike. But it's a whole different way of doing warfare.
Well, it's just
their goal is to throw, and how do I put this one, is to use a $2,000 drone to cost us a $2 million missile until they drain us financially.
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen.
I know. You're right though, Pop.
Good strategy, guys. Good strategy. That's it.
And they don't care if their people die. It's okay. I mean, why else do they put command structures in schools and hospitals and people's homes? Why else do they store missiles and drones in people's houses and stores and hospitals and schools? It's a insurgent playbook at a national level.
Well, they know our weaknesses. They've learned it. What are the weaknesses of democracy? This is a very interesting discussion in political science.
We care too
this
much.
This is the poli-sci 101. What are the weaknesses of democracies? It's taught in Poly 101. We are always weak in war. Democracies are only strong in war when the entire populace is behind it. When they're not, we are the weakest entity that could ever exist on a political spectrum because we actually do have the right to vote. And in a situation like what's going on, they know the game to play. All they have to do is make it hurt. And the second it starts to hurt the democracy, when we really don't want to be doing it, but we know we need to do it.
It's an interesting play. It'll be interesting to see what kind of will we have as a nation and as a world.
I don't know what you guys must be watching the news or something, because I don't detect any weakness at all. Who was that? Put that back up again.
Yeah, I didn't.
That wasn't me.
Put her back up again.
I make it a point, Mike, to check other feeds so I don't get stuck in my own echo box. So I check news from a bunch of different sources because we have the algorithms are designed now, guys. Unless you actively go out there and search content that you wanted from sources you didn't want, you're going to miss most of it. You're not even going to know what the conversation is because you're having your own little quiet conversation over in your small room down the hall. Meanwhile, you've been fooled into thinking the whole world thinks that way.
Yeah. The U.S. has no shortage of weapons, nor do they have a shortage of money for weapons. And I find it hilarious that they're I go through Twitter. I see all these people saying this kind of stuff, and I'm like, literally, they appointed a new commander of the military like 24 hours ago, and we blew him up within 8 hours. And then they replaced him with a new guy and the Israelis blew him up 8 hours later. They literally, it's like the Monty Python skit, the art of not being seen. But we happen to know that Abdul Rahul Shahid is behind this force. I mean, come on. I will tell you this. I did one piece of information I did put on the show, which is that Donald Trump's gift that he talked about yesterday was in a golden gun box. And if you know what golden guns are, you know the symbolism of that and what it means. And he said it had to do with oil and gas. I am told it had to do with Karg Island and more than that. It was more than just Karg Island, but basically they're going to hand that over to us, or at least the control of it. Remember, doesn't matter who owns the thing; it matters who controls
the thing.
So
it would give the U.S. and allies a vested interest in keeping Hormuz free for all time.
Right, and Mark, it's fascinating. People were producing videos on Twitter of Trump in like the 1980s talking about how essential it was to get Karg Island away from the Islamic regime. I'm like, he's waited a long time to get his hands on this for whatever reason. And looks like we're about to do that. So
I do wonder though, on that the Strait of Hormuz, when it comes down to it, the Strait of Hormuz is so important, not because of its geographic location. It's been so important because of the disruption in Jordan and Syria, Lebanon, and Israel. Ultimately, the fastest outlet for that to hit the global markets, especially our markets, aka European and American markets, is the pipeline that's already planned through Syria. I think that when it comes down to it, the Strait of Hormuz is extremely important right now because of extremely short-sighted decision-making of our politicians in the past. Strait of Hormuz is not an important strait. The Strait of Malacca is what we should be talking about.
Yeah.
In all honesty, the Strait of Hormuz is a joke in comparison to the amount of economic trade and the degree of severity that something shutting down Malacca would mean. The same thing could then be utilized in terms of the Panama Canal, could be utilized as the Suez Canal. Ultimately, I think that we're being fear-mongered into this global condition right now. It does not make sense. Ultimately, yes, 20% of the global oil supply flows through the Strait of Hormuz right now.
And the biggest customer is China, though. We don't give a dang whether China gets their oil or not. That's the best
and
part.
Our markets are not connected.
Trump doesn't want the strait open. We're tightening the screws on China right now.
Probably one of the biggest things going for wanting the Strait to Hormuz is the amount of liquid natural gas that comes through the strait. It has like an unnatural amount of propane, liquefied gas.
LNG.
That is the big one that hurts a lot of developing nations. Really doesn't affect us much.
Yeah, but our
oil
gas
companies
prices
are
are
monetizing on the fear because it's allowed them to raise the prices through oblivion, even though it hasn't changed how much it costs them to pump it, deliver it, any of those things. I mean, they're loving the gig.
Yeah. So,
and they thank you for your donation to their retirement fund.
Okay, Kukla's telling me to watch my sugar. Yeah, my sugars are a little out of control. My candy eating and pop drinking is a little intense, so I will try to back that off. Yeah.
And the Afroman, do you see that one, Zester?
Yeah. Oh man, if we got Afroman tonight, I would be fanboying.
Oh yeah, but I did get demonetized this morning. I knew I would. Knew it when I played clips of that, even though we were talking at the same time. Knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah. Oh, there was no way it wasn't going to end up getting hit because it's just so popular right now. And so the lawyers are sitting there ready to try and claim any ad revenue they can on Afroman at the moment. But it would be amazing to have him. I want to hear his side of it.
Oh God, I would too.
From the horse's mouth on that one, because every time I've listened to him, he sounds like such a common sense human being.
Yeah, I don't know if Mike's followed any of the Afroman trial or any of that or not.
Oh yeah, that's the guy who's got the funky dress thing going, the suit and stuff. But yeah. Not really. I don't really know what's going on. I know he's been saying some fairly outrageous stuff, but that's all I know about it.
Yeah, I don't know if Zester wants to give you any update on that one or not. I think most of the people in the crowd have gotten to hear it a couple of times.
Yeah, essentially, for your sake, Mike, on that one, Afroman years ago, he ended up having police full-on docs situation bust into his home. They tore down his gate, tore down his door, busted holes in his walls, went all out. And it was all supposedly for drugs and all these other things. Turns out Afroman didn't have crap, didn't have anything. And as he had said the entire time, he didn't have it. But because of the fact that he is such a prolific and very conservative rapper, he ended up getting quite the target on his head. And so the videos are hilarious. His music videos are always silly. That's really just his shtick. He is parody style, Weird Al Yankovic type deal music. And he'll occasionally have great verses and extremely poetic language, but normally that's a mistake. He's really just funny. And it drew so much ire from law enforcement during the Biden administration when they were trying to chase down conservatives that they made very large mistakes by trying to invade his home while he had CCTV cameras filming everything.
So he has posted videos of him breaking in a house along with a rap song he's done for it. And, they tried to sue him. No, you can't show those things. That's classified, whatever. And he's like, it's my house, my CCTV. You broke into my house. Legally or not, it's my house. It's my CCTV.
And he won the case. He won the case entirely.
Millions from the police.
And it's very much righteous. He was nice, in all honesty. According to what his lawyers came out and said, he actually requested the lowest amount of what the lawyers believed he could have. He wanted to prove a point, and that was it. The point is, if you invade my home, I'm allowed to say anything about you. And so he put out videos talking about how he was sleeping with the different police officers' wives, because one of the wives is married to a white guy and her child is biracial. And so he said that the reason that her child is biracial is because she slept with Afroman. I mean, it's messed up. But hey, if someone invades your home, no
gloves are off.
I understand.
They make all kinds of claims against him.
Exactly. If you're going to say things about me, I'm more than willing to fight fire with fire. So I understand it. And I'm very glad that he won in the way that he did. It's stupid that it even exists, but I'm glad he did win.
Did you see this? 2 spy hunter jets circling Myrtle Beach right now.
Ooh, cool.
They sometimes use that Myrtle Beach airport that used to be the Air Force, or it used to be a military base down there. They often use that for training, touch goes. But I can imagine there's probably a lot after the intercontinental ballistic missile that Iran launched. I guess there's probably a crap ton because they claim they didn't have it. Of course, Trump claimed they did have it. Iran's been telling everybody that they don't have it, and then they used it. Duh, they had it.
So
maybe it's genuine concern.
I got a story from Redondo Beach, circa 2011, 2012. I forget the exact date, but I was living right on the beach, the Esplanade, my favorite place I've ever lived, right? And there was an incident where somebody was filming or video or something, and this is right in the not the approach path, but the takeoff path from LAX. The planes go out, they turn left, they fly past Redondo Beach over Catalina Island, and then turn back to the US or turn right and go out to Hawaii, whatever they're doing. And a plane at low altitude, there was what appeared to be a streak of smoke came up and shot at a commercial plane out of the water in the ocean, mile or two out where the flight path is. And everybody said, "Oh, no, Homeland Security, no, it's just a cloud. It's just a, not a lenticular cloud, but whatever it is, just a cloud. There was no missile or anything like that, and yada 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 yada." And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, that looks like a missile launch. And so the conspiracy theory was that a couple of Arab terrorists, went out in a speedboat, couple of miles out, got in the flight path, waited for a plane to come over, and shot a surface to air like a stinger at it and missed. And they're all, no. So then the next day, I get up to go for my morning jog, right? And there are boats out there in the waters just off of Redondo again. And some of them are coming in. And there are helicopters. The freaking helicopters woke me up. Flying back and forth up and down the beach all day long, Coast Guard helicopters. And one guy came in a boat, and he was trying to come onto the beach in Redondo, and the helicopter went down and used the rotors to blow him back out to sea, where the Coast Guard ships picked him up. So the media freaking lies to you about everything. And they, no, that was not a missile. It wasn't a terrorist attack. No, that just missed. Oh, no. Come on. I mean, I saw what they were doing. So,
yeah, Eric, take that. And Zester, your thoughts on this one. I mean, they probably wouldn't want people to know because it would create a terror and a backlash and all that. But how irresponsible would it be if they have that knowledge and then hide that knowledge?
Honestly, I would make the argument that it would be more responsible to hide it. And I think that would probably be the more responsible standpoint.
Because they're worried about the economic collapse it could cause. Because
you don't tell children that Santa Claus isn't real.
Well,
I mean, think about
when
that.
They ask you, tell them the truth.
I mean, when it comes down to it, it would be highly irresponsible for them to come out and tell us that it's true.
Yeah,
because
but it's also at the same time
is not capable of processing that.
No, and that's the part that bothers me.
Kids.
That's the part that bothers me, because I believe we should be honest and open and fair so people can make their own decisions. But the reality is, most of our country, most people around the world, there's a large segment of population that aren't capable of making those decisions for themselves, no matter how much I don't want it to be true.
Yeah. That's the same place that I'm in. Because to me, the answer is always the truth and the information. That's what I want, and I believe we deserve. But I'm starting to think that was an idealistic, youthful belief of Zester that we all deserve to know the truth.
I'm still desperately trying to hang on to it. Failing.
I'm trying to, but I'm starting to wonder whether it was not one of those things, If you're not a Democrat when you're young, you have no heart. If you're not a Republican when you're old, you've got no mind. You've got no brain. I would have to start wondering whether there's not some truth to the whole situation. I think we can handle it, but I question whether the populace that's been educated under everything going on can actually handle it. And I think if we were able to set this all and say, hey, we're going to educate everyone about where things are going, that it would be no problem.
What's in
just
my glass?
I'm so sorry, Squirrel. I didn't mean to.
Caitlin, what's in my glass tonight is a Fanta grape.
Ooh.
A Fanta grape. Pretty bad. Is anybody having alcohol tonight? Of you three? Yeah. Of uns guys. Are you guys having anything? Zester?
No.
I'm actually I'm having Fanta. I have not had Fanta in so long that honestly I can't even remember. But
wait, isn't Fanta the Nazi soda?
Yeah, let's not dig in to the history thing. With everything going on in the world, I got some changing opinions on things, and I'm afraid to start expressing them.
Yeah, right. I think a lot of the history we've been told is probably not very accurate, folks.
I'm starting to really question the whole fact that Ghislaine Maxwell's dad owned all my history books. that I studied in advanced level history courses throughout my entire public school education. I'm a little concerned about that.
And I think you should be.
Yeah.
But it's like you picking up someone like Uncle Danny's history books or picking up some older, and I've got some of you folks have sent me, I've got just a very small handful of like old history books. I'm talking about history books written in the 1800s, 1900s about recent history that occurred. And then you compare it to what we were taught and what's taught to my children as opposed to what was taught to me. Yeah, I very question the legitimacy of the history we're being taught.
Yep. Yeah. I almost felt that there was a certain degree of historical revisionism that I was going through as I made the decision to purchase Fanta. Because I've always been the person that's like, you do know where Fanta was in,
Right.
And now I'm like,
the Nazi.
that seems like an overly pretentious and uneducated opinion or fact to share at this point in time.
I'm afraid to say but so much because I don't know what's true anymore. Oh, it's a sad commentary. Mike,
so
it is way too early where you're at for you to be doing that.
Yeah, I may still be going out. I may be returning back to the place I was. Mel Carmine's in town. I may be going to hang out with Mel tonight before he leaves on a plane, and then I'll see him again on Saturday. Back to the Quantum Summit. You guys were there last year. It was a great time and really enjoyed hanging out with you. Zester, is that the first time we've met, or did you come to North Carolina a couple years ago?
Yeah, we met for the first time. We actually met at the Alien Festival out in what was the name? Beautiful little city in the mountains area of North Carolina.
What's the name of it?
Spruce Pines.
Spruce Pine, the Spruce Pine UFO Festival. Yeah. So
that was my only time in Spruce Pines in my life, and I feel like I had seen most of the state in North Carolina, and I had never been to Spruce Pines until that day.
Now you have small town.
It was a gorgeous little town.
Nice little town. Yeah, very nice.
Idyllic.
It really is a neat little town, and it really was idyllic.
Now, did you guys
the bottom side, the main street up top, the street right by the river? It was neat.
You guys get rid of the OnlyFans girl that was in here posting all this provocative stuff.
Somebody did, and I don't know where she went. I don't know if somebody got rid of her or she just moved on to another
entertaining.
She was entertaining.
Knee-high peach.
My favorite. Tastes like diabetes. It tastes so good.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Reeves is going to the summit. All right, Bill, I'll see you there, man. Make sure you remind me that we talked on Whiskey and Wisdom. I had a guy this weekend, and he got PC green for, I don't know what his name was, but he got really upset with me. He's like, Mike, I tried to introduce myself to you, and you just blew me off. Maybe you're just an asshole. I'm like, seriously, dude, I say hi to everybody. So, I mean, after a speaking thing, I'll have 4, 5, 6, 7 people that want to talk to me. So you just got to wait your turn. Be patient. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to blow you off.
It is being reported that Trump has said the Clarity Act is a done deal tonight. I don't know what's up with that one. I don't have any of the deets.
So, guys, how many more things do we need to have happen before somebody decides it's okay to pull the trigger on this RV? I mean, what else do you need?
Yeah, I can guess at it. If I knew for certain, I'd probably not be sitting here talking to you guys.
Yeah, no kidding. That'd be exchanging.
Or preparing to make maximum amount. It might be down at the Wendy's flipping burgers to make a little extra money to buy a little extra more because I know the exact timing.
A little more dong.
Oh, I got a good dong story for you guys. No, it's about Vietnamese dong.
It's about how Zester came into being.
Get your heads out of the gutters. JT, yes, Cheerwine is
tell us the story of Zester's conception, Mark. Tell us.
Yeah. All
right, guys. It was nice hanging out. I have unfortunately had an unexpected.
All right.
Time conflict.
I'm guessing this story takes place in Texas, and that is not where he was conceived. So,
all right.
All right, went to Chase today to grab a money order. Figured I'd ask the teller if they were selling foreign currency. So I asked, she said, yeah, some's available. Just takes a few weeks. Me being me, I asked, when was the last time you had some dong around? Which caused her to raise an eyebrow. and a big grin appeared. I said, "That's the name of the Vietnam currency." She smiled and said, "Yes, I know." Just the way you said it and your tone of voice made me smile a little. I needed a good smile today. And so now we're both smiling. My eyebrows went up and we both chuckled. She checked and said, "Looks like no one will be getting any dong anytime soon." Then she said, "We no longer have it on the list."
Well,
So
you
just
won't.
to take a shot in the dark, I asked about the Iraqi dinar. She checked, still smiling, said, "Well, it looks like we no longer have that one either. We did have it for a very short time, but we no longer have it." That surprised me, and I told her thank you for her help, got my money order, and turned to walk away. As I turned, older lady, or lady older than him, looked at me smiling and said, "That was a spicy conversation. I may need to order some dong." Now I had to follow up with the ending, so I said, "Everyone should have some dong in their life." The teller busted out laughing. The lady snickered, and out the bank I went. So nothing to do on timing, but I can imagine that was a funny
Gotta
exchange.
get her number. Say, hey, give me your number. I'll let you know when I got some dong for you. Come on, guys. You got to use an opening. What's the point? There's a little dating advice. What's the point of the interaction if you don't make a connection where you can keep talking?
Right. Yes. I had a buddy of mine, half Vietnamese, half American, service. His dad's a hoot dude. Hi, and we'd be out or whatever, and girls would be talking, and they'd be like, calling him hi or whatever. And his last name was Win, so it was Hi Win. But everybody'd be like, what's your name? What's your name? They knew his first name, so what's yours? And I would always say, "Oh, it's Hi Hung Low." And they hung low, like they didn't catch it. They just assumed Oriental, and it made sense. And then it clicked in their brains. It was always funny. A mic pickup line.
Sorry, somebody asked me what I thought of a TNT Tony post, so I told them the truth.
Oh, harsh. His TDS affects his thinking.
Oh my God, he's a retard. By the way, Tony, if you're watching, your CIA contact does not work for the CIA. Okay, just so you know.
Did your bank story lead into bad dating? It pretty much did lead into bad dating advice, where everybody needs a little dong.
Kind of did.
It kind of did.
When a girl, guys, no, you gotta look. When a girl flirts with you like that, and you get her number, come up with some excuse, come up with some line, have a standard line prepared. Well, you know what? If you really need more dong in your life, I can get some for you. Here, give me your number. I'll see about that dong. Just something. Give her an opportunity. She could say no, but just give her the opportunity.
Give her the opportunity to say no. Although I don't think people in today's world, I don't think this generation picks up on flirting cues. I think we're so broken from social media that we no longer make the clues, like sustained eye contact, smiles, back, like the little intricacies of flirting that used to occur a long time ago. They really don't. I mean, I'm bad at picking the signs. They almost have to hit me with a bag and drag me somewhere.
Yeah, it's like there's a meme out right now where the girl says, "Oh, I want to continue this conversation, but I have to go up to my room to charge my phone." And I said, "But it's at 95%. He goes, 5 years later. Oh, it's like, I had a thing this weekend where there was a girl, some woman, I don't know who it was, part of the event, helping me get set up and stuff. And she was putting a microphone on me and getting me water and all this. And she said something about like, "Here, let me put this on you," or something. And I said, "Well, I love it when a woman says that, right? Just a joke." And she's like, "Oh, why would you say something like that? It's so disrespectful." And this whole feminist rant about how disrespectful it was. And I said, "Look, I'm making a joke. If you have some sort of childhood trauma that prevents you from appreciating my joke, that's fine." But they're just going, "Well, you owe me an apology. And you should apologize to me." And I said, "No, I'm not going to." And then she starts going to all these people, "Do you think what do you do?" It's like, lady, with her level of, I'm not going to say that, but she's lucky that anybody flirted with her. And with that attitude, you're going to die alone, sweetie. Okay? Don't have that attitude with men. It was a joke. It didn't require a response. It wasn't disrespectful. How else is a man supposed to find out if a woman has any interest? Why would he assume you don't? Why?
I think though that we didn't know how to do that ahead of time. Like, I think that that's not something that's fair to say that it's suddenly changed for men, because when you talk to anybody, and that's always the best way of having that conversation, talk to somebody who's much older than you, and that guy will say the same exact thing. He has never understood what the heck, is wanted, desired, or the right answer. He's never known it. We don't know it. Apparently, we're not meant to know it. And so,
the thing is, the standard changes all the time depending on the person. And obviously, she had some sort of childhood trauma where she wasn't respected by her daddy or something. But that's not my problem.
Well, remember that the standard deviation is dictated by the denominator.
I am not
a lot of fun on that.
Yeah,
one.
I'm not playing it. I'm not, homie. Don't play that. One time I was going through a Starbucks drive-through, and this girl, I was trying to get my card going, and it wouldn't beep, and she goes, "Here, just stick it in here." And I go, "I love it when a woman says that to me," and she laughed her ass off. So what's wrong with that? It's like, give me a break.
You never know.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, you never know. You just try to read the room as well as you can.
Well, I don't try to read the room at all. If you're a woman and you appear to be single, I'm going to talk to you. I might hit on you, or I might just make a joke just to see if there's any, engagement. And women wonder why men don't approach them anymore, because you're like a freaking porcupine, you're like an emotional porcupine.
Not all ladies, some.
A great deal more than there used to
be. The whole world, our social norms have just fallen apart.
Well, I mean, in the old days, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, if a woman
has changed in the last 20 years.
Right. If a woman wasn't interested, she'd probably just do something like just put her hand on my chest and smile and walk away. That would be it. I'd be like, okay, she's not interested.
But I think the biggest danger is not that society has changed, it's that what we view as being acceptable has changed. I think they're tricking people. Because like the social media, the TikToks, the Instagrams, those aren't real human beings. It's a show. But because of the nature of social media, it's real. And it appears as real to the people that are consuming that content. And so they're seeing the girl or guy, relationship couple and seeing how they interact back and forth, which is all for show. It's all for show. And they're taking that as being real.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, that's how they actually act when they have conversations with each other.
Yeah.
That can't be a reality. It's, at least I don't believe it can be.
No. Some of you guys are just funny.
The best thing about Whiskey and Wisdom is always the comments. We are not near as entertaining, no matter how much we try.
The comments are way better than us.
Section is during a Whiskey and Wisdom. Y'all kick our butts.
They might be better than you two guys because you're both kind of dull, but they're not better than me. I mean, let's face it. Yeah, I'm freaking hilarious. You dull guys. Mark, when are we going to have a UFO conference in Puerto Rico?
Let's do it. Come on. Let's line it up. We'll do a small meet and greet, little local place down here, and we'll sow the seed for something a lot bigger.
All we need is one or two people to come out, me and somebody else, maybe a couple of small people who'll do it for cheap,
Mm-hmm.
Tom Reed. Hi, Tom. We'll have a blast.
Maybe TV's Blake will come down and
Blake. Oh yeah, we'll talk aliens.
Yeah.
It could become a huge event, Mark.
I think it would. I mean, we have some of the best UFO fodder with the sightings, Arecibo, the telescope. We have our own alien highway on the south side. I think it's like 100 or 113 or something down there. We'll take you down, get some pictures with you beside the UFO.
Right. We'll have a Q&A session where people can come and tell their stories. If they got video, we'll have ways to plug into their phones and show the video on a big screen or something. Let's all talk about this case. Wow, that's an interesting video. People will love it.
I think they would too. Plus, it'd be fun.
For it.
Oh, let's get in tons of trouble. Let's go through a history of feminism.
Oh God, please no.
Honestly, if we want to start on it, it would be in the Renaissance.
If you want your viewership to go,
Actually, I think they might enjoy learning what they don't know about it.
If anyone learned the history of feminism that is not aware of it or believes that they are a feminist, they will be horrified by that history lesson. That history lesson reads like a Disney fairy tale movie interpretation in comparison to the actual reality of it. But according to the history books, a whole other conversation.
Yep. I thought you had frozen, Mike. I was like, whoa, he's frozen.
I was just yawning. Yeah. Sorry. Didn't mean
So
to.
you're going to, you still got to go out. You still got to go hang out with
Well, I might.
Carmine and Jaco and all those guys.
If everybody's going out for a beer afterwards, I'll probably go out with beer. But yeah, other than that.
I am curious on that one, Mike. What have you heard from the Y-Files guys on their change to the overall channel?
Yeah, and the Wi-Fi, the lady,
as a fan, in all honesty.
Absolutely, as a fan. I saw the lady was there at the event over the weekend from Y-Files.
I stopped by the office yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, I stopped by the office. I got my new Hecklefish or the basement coin for the show that I did with AJ. It's got one of them.
Nice.
So they have a new commemorative coin, and I picked up my calendar, which is actually right there. I haven't put it up yet. In my new calendar. So Y-Files calendar. So that Victoria, as the producer, and things are going great. They're hiring people, very expensive people. They're moving into a new sort of professional phase with the show and the channel, and it's doing great. Feminism did ruin it for you, ladies.
Yep. I'm looking at some major changes to mine as well.
Yeah.
Some of them forced, some of them just long overdue.
Maybe I should go down there and pitch them a documentary. You guys want to?
Do we need a coin like that, Zester? Anytime we have somebody come join us, like over at Liberty on Main or something.
Yeah. No, we should. We should go ahead and make a silver one with I would want to actually place it though on a blockchain so that no one could ever replicate one of our coins, so that it would be genuinely one of one forever. But yeah, that would be awesome. We'll get a CNC and we can do it.
Make a silver
Yeah,
coin.
I kind of like your idea.
Temple Swift, no, those are fake. The med beds will be free of charge. Don't ever fill out an application or anything like that. But no, do not. Those are all fraud.
Yeah, it's just so many fakes out there right now. Actually, I mean, I'm getting so much pressure to remove my name from anything not directly related to me. Podcasters, influencers, they've been hijacked for so long that there are now major legal efforts going on to make certain that you're not.
Yeah.
So I do not give anybody permission to use my name for anything that I'm not in control of. How's that one?
Yep. I would love to chat about that one because I've been having conversations today with folks. And a matter of fact, I found fake Pops, fake MarkZ this evening. And guess what? He pays for Telegram Premium, actually. And so Mr. Telegram Premium over there, he's got 1,700 people sitting inside of his Telegram room. And he is commenting and conversating
and it's not me
on a regular basis. Pops, do you know how Telegram works?
Yeah, no. I'd have to learn how it works to be able to do that.
And the reason I know that is because, and I'll make certain, I hope that Corinne will not include anything else, but Corinne was emailing me earlier back and forth over that one because of a fake, the official Zester is out there on Telegram messaging people. First of all, there is no official Zester. I do not message anyone on Telegram. None of that is real. And Karen was extremely smart to send an email along to me before continuing the conversation. But this guy is the official Zester going through the entire conversation. Guess what he's trying to convince people to do? That they need a quantum wallet.
Send him their cryptocurrency, maybe.
So you put it in their QFS wallet?
It's the best way of figuring out that you've never watched my channel.
All right. What's he
In
trying?
all honesty, the people, it is
Oh, wait,
the
we lost
best
Mike.
way of knowing whether you watch my channel because it is something that I say every single live stream. Every single time. That is not real and it never will be real. But it is the continued scam. It is quantum financial wallet. Quantum doesn't exist. It never will. That is complete.
It'll have a different name. It's just what we call it now.
Complete horse crap. That is the blockchain technology. It exists. We don't need to make up words for technology that already exists.
Yeah.
It's a complete waste of time. And if you're listening to anyone making up words, you're listening to the wrong person. Or if you think you're talking to MarkZ or Zester on any social media,
chances are 99.9999999. You're not.
I think that it's a 100%. It's not us.
Mike, how many people have tried and pretended to be you?
Oh, I get 5 a day.
At least.
Accounts, and I block them all, and my mods block them, and it's like I actually haven't been on Telegram this whole week. Pretty much, it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be, and then I'm gonna have one day tomorrow where I'm probably not going to spend a lot of time on Telegram, and then I'm going to be off again to Florida till Monday. So it's just going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a million of them in there.
I hear you. My email's been that way lately. Just like, I'm doing what I can. I'll get to what I can. Yeah. So the real Zester has a pencil thin mustache, or the fake Zester has the pencil thin mustache. I kind of picture him like one of those.
What I'm more upset about is that he has a larger following than I do. That was the biggest, immediate kicking the huevos. Is that there are a lot more people listening to fake Zester than real Zester, and I was like, man, this is something. I should be taking tips from him.
Yeah, you should be. All
Lying
right, I
and
need to start
scamming apparently is a good deal.
right? Or if he can just give you a cut, if he's going to be you, kind of like John Deere doesn't really make lawnmowers anymore. They just slap stickers and get a cut.
Yeah, they buy Mahindra Indian. Yeah. Paint it green and slap a sticker on the side and go, hey. I'm starting to wonder.
Wasn't certain if it was a politician, White Wolf. Mike, anything? You're kind of frozen. You want to say goodbye or anything before you go off for your beer with the fellas and ladies? Fellowettes?
I do. I was just being really mean to some stupid girl on Twitter. Oh my God. It's like the Trump haters they're just so dumb. Oh, this is an illegal war. No, it's completely within the confines of the War Powers Act, which passed the constitutional test. So no, it's not. People are dumb.
I keep finding like the kick. I can't believe they're not going to count a lawfully cast ballot and a lawfully this and a lawfully. It's like, well, you calling it lawful isn't making it lawful. Supreme Court's pretty specific about this one.
Not to mention,
they will be counted on election day. Very specifically says on
election day. Yeah, exactly. Not to mention, under German law, the Holocaust was legal. So it was lawful. So, hey, that's the reality. What does that mean? So,
yeah, I've always said what is legal does not mean it's ethical. What is ethical does not mean it is legal. There's a huge disconnect between those two, especially in a failing country.
Even if something is ethical, that also doesn't make it moral. So ultimately, morality should be your decision on all this.
I think D&D to nerd out on it kind of got it better. It's chaotic good.
Yeah.
Are they actually good? No, they're the worst human beings on the planet. But the definition of their status is chaotic good. AKA, they're going to use the laws to destroy you.
I actually think 49
that is the definition of modern society.
Mark, aren't 49ers fans the worst human beings on the planet? Isn't it?
49er fans? No. Baltimore Ravens fans are the worst on the planet.
Surfer 44, Just so you know, the guys that are impersonating both me and Pops have put their phone numbers out there.
Because they want you to call them so they can scam you for QFS. I mean, I would hope somebody would start calling them and harassing them.
I'm just saying, if you ever get a fake Zester or Pops sending you a message, put that number on repeat dial and just keep calling them. Waste their day, waste their lives.
Put their name in every bathroom stall that you may feel so inclined to write on.
For a good time, call.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I am not encouraging you guys to destroy private property, but that would be funny.
I kind of was. Oh, wait, no, I wasn't. Legally speaking, this is for educational and entertainment purposes.
Oh, that would be funny, though. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
Find the worst truck stop you can and post their phone numbers there.
In the bathroom at
if
the
you can
DNC
imagine the
convention
worst
where they're all
place.
wearing rainbow this or whatever. Have fun.
Head over to 4chan and throw it out there.
Go to an Antifa rally and put Trump bumpers.
They love
on
Trump
their cars. Yeah.
on a poster.
Yeah. Although most of them don't have cars, so you know.
Y'all are evil. All right.
Or jobs.
Hey. Yeah, it is kind of like doxing them because they're pretending to be somebody they're not. So you're going to dox it by pointing out who they actually are.
Yep. And Surf Puerto Rico is official Zester. Official Zester has got 1,744 people hanging out in his room, and he is very official. And so, yes, if you would like to go harass him, but please do keep in mind, guys, do not go falling for these things because we point them out. Please share the information and look at those things and call them out. When people throw crap into chat rooms, call them out.
Absolutely. And one, Zester, how are you controlling? This is so stinking. I haven't had one in forever and not going to have another one for a long time. But it's so, I'm sitting here, I'm like taking really small sips because I don't want it to end. This is like
grape, though. I kind of prefer the orange, but yeah.
I don't know. That grape is it's hitting, man. I mean, I'm thinking I want to be the big Kool-Aid dude busting through walls.
I may or may not have gotten both. I may or may not have gotten
get the pure cane sugar stuff too, not the high fructose corn syrup stuff. Probably also, right?
No, it's not. It's high fructose.
Is it?
Yeah. Now it's a bummer, Mike. You had to point that out.
Yeah, just room. That's it.
Flying high.
The evidence. Guys, I need
it
to
only causes fatty hearts. It's normal to have fat accumulate around your heart.
The fat
right?
around your heart, totally normal.
Yeah.
Then maybe you can take a Vicodin and enlarge it, or acetaminophen and enlarge your heart to go in the sac that's already got like a gel-like substance and the wrong stuff in it, full of fluid, strangling out your circulation. Yeah, just have at it. But boy, am I enjoying it right now.
What are we talking about right now?
The high fructose corn syrup.
The Nazi soda.
Yeah, the good stuff. Yeah. I drive a Volkswagen, so don't.
Oh,
not gonna hear me say anything bad about Hitler. So not tonight anyway.
Because he doesn't want his Volkswagen to die and not start.
No, just turn it off.
If they hear me say something, they can just turn it right off.
All right, I'm getting out of here, guys.
Sean,
everybody. Yeah. Thanks for sticking around so long.
See you next week.
See you, everybody.
Go to the Quantum Summit.
Go to the Quantum Summit and see Mike.
Cape Canaveral. I'll be there.